Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Talk Raptors. I'm your host Sahtisham, my channel where you get reviews, analysis, predictions, and hot takes on all things Raptors as well as some NBA. Holy shit, Raptors fan. Holy shit. That game was too close that it shouldn't have been. But without further ado, let's talk Raptors versus Magic at home, game number 6 of the season. So the Raptors pull out a thriller that should have never happened given who we were facing, but they did. So let me talk about the game, right? Nothing going on in the game. It was pretty much Scottie Barnes versus Jalen Suggs. It kind of made exciting to watch a game against Orlando. Usually it isn't because it's boring as shit because Orlando sucks and that's where careers go to die. But, Scottie Barnes comes out and shows why he was the number 4 pick over Suggs and why he fits into the Raptors better than him. Comes out shooting mid-rangers, dunking the ball, shooting 3-pointers, doing like everything he can possibly do to show that he is the player that was the best, I would say, selection for the Raptors as well as the player to watch in this from this draft class. It was kind of like a Melo versus LeBron in the Cleveland and Denver times, right? And he scores 19 points by the halftime with 6 rebounds, and he's just going off. And the Raptors are also, Gary Trent is doing damn well on the offensive end. He's shooting very well. He ends the half with 13 points. So the Raptors, they weren't playing defense in this game. You could see that because Orlando was still staying in the game because they were getting open shots, getting to the rim as much as they want. And, the Raptors just seemed casual in their defensive approach in this game. It was pretty close by the halftime. I think the Raptors were up by 6. Going into the third quarter starts, again, the Raptors are still like OG and Freddie are not to be seen at this time. I think Freddie had 3 points and OG had like 6 or I don't know. 6 points by the halftime. Like it was disgusting. And the third quarter starts and OG, starts to get his rhythm going and he starts to make a few buckets. And the game is staying close, but then eventually Orlando takes the lead. And the Raptors are down by 1 going into the fourth quarter. Was it? Yeah, I think so. And then the fourth quarter comes around, and out of nowhere, Freddie VanVleet wakes up and just goes off. Mid-rangers, getting to the bucket. He got fouled where he was, got to the mid-range on a fast break and gets a free throw, shooting 3-pointers. OG shooting 3-pointers. The Raptors are, getting their 3-pointers up there because they sucked for 3 quarters. We were 4 for 22, and I'll get to that. And it's getting going and defense takes a step up and the Orlando Magic start missing shots and we're getting rebounds, getting fast breaks. Everything is going our way. We take a 10-point lead and then 1 minute and 45 seconds are left in the fourth quarter and the Raptors can't seem to score. Freddie misses a shot, OG misses a shot, and it turns into Orlando. Cole Anthony comes down the lane and then passes it out to Wagner, who shoots a 3-pointer. Then Suggs hits a 3-pointer and gets fouled on it. Makes a shot. They're down by 4. The Cole Anthony play was when they were down by 4. And they're down by 1. The Raptors come from the other side and they don't, OG misses a wide open 3. And the ball is in the Orlando Magic's hand. And Suggs is driving down the lane. And he gets by his defender, but his coach calls a timeout to set up a play. And then they set up a play. There's 7 seconds left. And it goes to Cole Anthony. And Gary Trent has been on spot with his defense this year. So he ends up, smacking the ball out of his hand on the inbound play. It goes to the backcourt. And Cole Anthony grabs it, and Gary Trent tries to grab it as well. But he goes, he goes away. In a sense, Cole Anthony gets a half-court shot, it seems like it's online, but it was slightly off, and they lose by 1 point. So the Raptors win by 110 to 109, and the Raptors are now 500 on the season. So that's about the game. Exciting at the end, even though it shouldn't have been, because the Raptors should have kept their defensive prowess on for the whole game. But I guess that why they did that is likely because they were trying to save energy for Indiana tomorrow. So key takeaways today, guys. The first one is the Raptors' futures look good, right? You can see Scottie Barnes taking the next step. You can see him getting his game, that he's made improvements in it. He's, shooting the mid-ranger with pick and roll with Freddie like Serge Ibaka used to. He's shooting the three-pointer more comfortably. He's getting to the bucket whenever he wants because he's such a big body and there's not many defenders that can defend him. And it seems like he's taken a step. And then if you look at Delano Banton, I was wrong about Delano Banton going to the G League. This kid will be playing in the Raptors roster. Malachi is likely going there now because Delano Banton is a firecracker, man. He brings energy. He's consistently scoring 10 points or more in the game. Every game he's assisting the ball. He had this sweet play where the Raptors were going on a run where he's coming halfway. He gets right past, gets a fast break on a rebound, gets to, about half court, and then shoots it right to OG at the corner, and OG nails a three-pointer, and the Raptors are up by, I think it was 13 at that point now. So it seems like he has that game, and the Raptors have a good future with, even if, when Freddie and Pascal get a bit older, because they're the oldest guys on this roster, there's guys that are coming down the pipeline, and the Raptors are going to be in good hand going forward. The second key takeaway I have from this game is that the Raptors bench is finally getting consistent because they are getting finally consistent minutes from Nick Nurse. Chris Boucher is coming off the bench regularly. Kem Birch is coming off the bench regularly. Siva is, and Delano Banton is. He's not playing around with random people. So the Raptors bench gave us 27 points today, and they gave us 25 points last game. So it shows that the Raptors bench is improving and they're contributing. So there's consistency coming in from both the starters as well as the bench, even though Freddie and OG struggled today, but that they will eventually get their consistency going. It's early in the season. As long as there's some people in the starting lineup like Scottie Barnes, Gary Trent, that are keeping us in the game while possibly Freddie or OG are struggling, or vice versa. But our bench is starting to get consistent. Chris Boucher is bringing the defensive energy and everything like that. Rebounding, third key takeaway is rebounding has been good. We are getting a lot of offensive rebounds. We struggled a little bit with big bodies today in the fourth quarter because we went small, but we're rebounding very well. We're getting second chance points, I think, and we're turning the people over. So defense and rebounding is all been good. Those have been consistent throughout, other than the first three quarters in this game. And the fourth key takeaway is the Raptors are still struggling with the three-point shots. They get open shots, but they just don't seem to be nailing them. And it's not like they're rimming out and stuff like that. It's like they're just not nailing them good. Like they're clanking the side of the rim and everything like that. We were 4 for 22, man. That is not good. We need to be more consistent, because when we play better teams that you can't tell if we should win from them. Orlando is a team that we know we should win from, but other teams like Lakers are sucking right now, but those guys, Milwaukee, those shots are going to be very important, and they need to be nailed if they are that open. So those were my key takeaways. Now the performances of this game. I know everybody's going to be talking about Scottie Barnes as the most valuable player, but he's number 2 on my ladder. Number 3, I would say would be Delano Banton, because he brought that energy, he brought that oomph for the Raptors to take that lead and get more consistency going, and he brought the crowd into it, because again, he's a Toronto kid and everybody's rooting for him. So I think he's number 3 on my list. Number 2 was Scottie Barnes for coming out and just showing everybody why he was a number 4 pick. And I told you guys how he played. He played damn good, and he had this highlight play where he goes coast to coast, 2-hand dunk right into the rim, and it was damn good, man. But I will say MVP goes to Freddie VanVleet. And I know people are going to be like, he sucked, man. No, he sucked in the first 3 quarters, but 16 points in the fourth quarter to keep us in the game, get us the lead, and make sure that we win that game. Assists, getting to the foul line, everything he did in the fourth quarter, and that is why he is the most valuable player for the Raptors in this game. He ended up with 19 points. Like I said, first 3 quarters he sucked completely, and he admitted it himself, but he came alive and he helped us win this game, so he gets the MVP for that. Highlight play, like I said, there was a Scottie Barnes dunk. My highlight play of the day was when Delano Banton gets his fast break and Suggs goaltends and fouls him, and then is talking trash to him because he's frustrated because Scottie Barnes outshined his ass, and that is exactly what, why we selected him. I'm sorry, Suggs, you're a good player, but your career is going to die in Orlando, because that's what happens in Orlando. Anyways, guys, that's all I have for you guys for this video. My prediction for tomorrow's game: the Raptors come off with the momentum, win the game against Indiana, and then we, it is the road trip is starting, but we continue that going forward. The Raptors win that game, I would say 111 to 103, and the Raptors lead all through the game. So that's all I have for you guys for this video. Please like, subscribe if you enjoyed the content, and I will see you guys after the game tomorrow.